So a lot of people always ask me, hey Wade, what in the world does Energy Web token actually do? What is it going to be used for? Well, we have just had a recent development from the Energy Web token ecosystem that is going to explain exactly what this token is going to be used for. And as a matter of fact, the use case is a lot closer on the horizon than you think. Welcome back to DHN. My name is Wade. If you're new here, we cover all things crypto with an unbiased and real perspective. In this video, we're breaking down the latest from Energy Web token. Like I alluded to in the intro, this is a project that a lot of people just can't quite figure out what it's used for. Well, I got something to show you. Let's jump over to Twitter. A while ago, Energy Web announced a collaboration with Vodafone and Mastercard to develop renewable energy EV charging. So we're talking about electric vehicle charging stations here. Mastercard's Gateway Services Insight released a detailed article about the platform, which can be read right here, guys. And now you can see I have this pulled up. But before we jump into this page, I want to give you the background, the context of how Energy Web even became a part of this situation. Well, that takes us back to May 26th of 2020. Vodafone Energy Web to link power grid assets with blockchain and IoT. And in this headline is where we actually get an idea of what Energy Web is looking to do. Energy Web specializes in the modernization of the electricity grid. So wherever you're getting your power from, your utilities from, sometime in the future, that company, DTE, consumers, whichever one you got, they're going to be working with Energy Web. Energy Web is already doing this with the Flex Alert system in California. So that just goes to show you that they are not playing. And stick around to the end of this video because Energy Web and the Rocky Mountain Institute, they just published a report talking about now they're getting into sustainable aviation fuel. And you're really going to be shocked with the companies that are involved with that program, that pilot program. Anyway, Vodafone Energy Web link power grids using blockchain for IoT. So this was May of 2020. Very sketchy time, but they announced a deal with blockchain network Energy Web to integrate distributed energy resources with power grids using IoT and blockchain technology. Vodafone is one of the world's largest telecom firms with 625 million customers in 2019, primarily in Europe and Africa. Yes, Vodafone, one of the most important companies you need to be aware of if you're getting into crypto, because Vodafone, I truly believe, will be a part of the mobile money revolution once it spreads globally. They mentioned here how their largest customer base is coming out of Europe and Africa. Well, Vodafone was actually responsible for the M-Pesa, which is a form of currency that pretty much revolutionized the African economy at a point where it was very needed. Okay. And they did this largely in part because of the mobile phone adoption and the mobile phone advancement in Africa. Okay. It gets deep, but it's funny how this relationship also incorporates those mobile technologies. Let's keep reading. For renewable energy generation, energy assets, including solar panels, wind turbines, and batteries, those are your distributed energy resources. They need to communicate with the grid and require a secure identity to do so. Hence, the partnership's plans to deploy SIM-centric blockchain technology. So we're talking about SIM cards compatible with the blockchain, something you've never heard of before, right? This is going to enhance IoT connectivity from Vodafone Business. The process is very similar to how mobile phones have unique identities so that each energy asset can be identified. The grid can communicate when the asset should release energy to the grid or tell it to switch off or store it. Early partners already included in this initiative include Nissan, Envision, Fiat Chrysler, and Terna Motors in Italy. So you can already see this was the beginning of the relationship with Energy Web and Vodafone back in 2020, and there were already big players involved. And again, the focus here for Energy Web is grid modernization and the enhancement and the connection, more importantly, of distributed energy resources. All you have to do is look up the energy transition. All right. If you Google the energy transition, it will give you all the answers you need to know as to why Energy Web is important. The companies of the world, your Apples, your Googles, your Meta, Facebook, Microsoft, whatever, they're all looking to become more energy efficient. And with the amount of leverage that they have in private energy companies as well as public energy companies, yeah, if they come across a system that is not only going to make their systems more efficient, more secure, and cheaper, that $3.25 and probably dipping by the time you see this video, that price for Energy Web, that's what you call a Black Friday steal, okay? But let's jump forward. March 1st of 2022. This is when Mastercard got involved. Mastercard Energy Web partnered with Vodafone's new IoT blockchain program. Sick, they use the exact same picture, but Ledger Insights works very hard. Got to give them some credit. So this is when Mastercard steps in, and now we have the incorporation of blockchain payments. So Energy Web is capable of running payments. Vodafone's digital asset broker platform targets the so-called economy of things, where IoT devices can transact and pay for services autonomously. It is estimated there are currently 13.8 billion IoT devices, and this is expected to rise to 30.9 billion in just 3 years. Application examples include cars paying for parking, pay-as-you-go rental charging, smart electricity meters, and even a coffee machine that will automatically order refills. In a trial launched yesterday in Nuremberg, UK, Energy Web enables electric cars to communicate with charging stations to determine whether it provides energy sourced from renewables. Supposing that it does and the car is compatible, it can execute the transaction without human intervention, apart from the physical plug-in charger, and make the payment using a Mastercard, using a Mastercard credit or debit card. So you can see here the connections being made. Vodafone, Mastercard, this new digital asset broker platform. What this is the base layer for the EV charging station network that is being built here in the United States. Now, I'm not as familiar with EV charging programs in other countries, but I'm pretty sure the UK, Europe, America, the three leading economies, as China's probably got some EV tech going, but you don't really hear that much about it. I haven't looked into it personally, but EV charging technology is the thing right now. Okay. GM, Chevy, Ford, their new models for 2023 and 2024, they're all electric. Okay. An electric F-150. I never thought I'd see the day. An electric Hummer, ladies and gentlemen. Or better yet, an electric Denali. That was the commercial that GMC just put out, an electric Denali. See, guys, you got to pay attention to these advertisements. All right. I am a guy. I have a background in retail marketing, advertising, promotion. Okay. I just sprinkled in social media as I got older. But in crypto, I am seeing the signs that you want to look for. They appear in advertising first. Okay. And here's another thing, and we're going to jump back into this article. The crypto industry, because it's so very young, is still heavily influenced by traditional marketing tactics. So you just got to keep that in mind, guys. Now, the telecom giant describes the digital asset broker as the blockchain of blockchains. At its heart is the simple SIM card. This is what we were hinting at earlier. It upgrades with a DAB passport to become a DAB SIM card via a small piece of software. Next, digital identity will be used to control which devices can interact with others, and the DAB platform provides a transaction layer for micro transactions, guys. That's a very important thing there, because the microtransactions are going to be the future of commerce. They're going to be the future of finance, because when you have distributed networks, all connected to a blockchain, you're going to have numerous microtransactions going all the time. So the industry is aware that microtransactions are very crucial when it comes to dealing with blockchains. So you have to have a system in place that can facilitate microtransactions effectively, because we're talking about somebody pulling up to one of these EV charging stations at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, one of those nights, it's a Saturday. You get what I'm saying? So the systems have to be in place in order to facilitate these microtransactions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's jump back to the present day. We have this report from Mastercard themselves. Okay. Mastercard published this report, and it's rare that you see relationships like this in this space. Not every blockchain has this type of relationship with traditional legacy companies. You just won't see it. And when you do, those are the ones you need to keep an eye on. Now, being more connected than ever, the Internet of Things ecosphere has grown, and with these new interactions comes new payment possibilities. Mastercard and Vodafone have a long history of making connections and payments seamless, safe, and secure. Together with our new partnership and Energy Web, we are unlocking the power of a sustainable and connected community. The digital asset broker is Vodafone's new global platform to help its customers benefit from the new economy of things as the next generation of IoT platform. It delivers on the promise of securely authenticating enabled and authorized devices while allowing them to transact with one another, all powered by the blockchain. Now, you can see here they have the illustration of the EV charging station. This is Vodafone official, but notice how they also said that this would be a global platform to incorporate the economy of things. This will also bring in your traffic lights that are running on IoT. This will bring in your at-home devices that you can use to adjust the temperature on your home, open the door before you get there, power on your car before you get in it, all of those types of things. Those real world instances I'm highlighting to you to show you where the connection is going to be made. Okay, but let's continue. So they go more into the payments here. Vodafone's digital asset broker platform is being demonstrated in a leading EV charging trial through our partnership with Energy Web, designed to work with their growing ecosystem of connected vehicles. DAB powers a service with a single application and integrated wallet, a one-stop shop for in-car payments, reducing the number of apps, various charging points, and companies, and facilitating routes, as well as cost optimization, reducing the cost of global remittances. Motorists can receive real-time information on the status and compatibility of the nearest available charging point and authorize that point to charge the vehicle successfully. So this is a major improvement to the current EV landscape that we have in the United States. And wouldn't you know it, when you do the digging on Energy Web and you stumble upon their relationship with Volkswagen, you'll find out that they are already running 5,000, probably more by now, EV charging stations in the United States. And you add on top of the fact that Joe Biden, the infrastructure bill that was passed this year, a large portion of that is focused towards grid modernization, electric vehicles, and alternative energy resources. I'm telling you, Energy Web is the chosen token for the next 3 years. That's why it's on my Elite 8. That's why you'll look on this channel, you'll see various videos about Energy Web. And don't for a second, because if you're new, you're going to stumble across Energy Web selling, BlackRock selling Energy Web. Don't let that headline fool you. BlackRock had to sell that Energy Web in order to utilize the platform. That's how the Energy Web blockchain works. Okay. That's a whole nother subject. The difference between why certain news and developments doesn't pump a price if a company is using the token, that's a whole different topic of discussion, but there is an answer. However, the focus is, you want to know what Energy Web does? Just take a look at the world around you and how it is changing towards a more sustainable, more green focused economy. Energy Web and a select few other chains, you can count them on one hand, are going to benefit from the energy transition. Now, let's land the plane here because I want to show you this. This came out November 16th, guys, a few days back. You have to excuse me. This FTX thing, it's made me not want to be involved with crypto. I'm not even gonna lie, because people are now taking this and they're fishing for ratings. Okay, that's just what I'm going to call it. They're fishing for ratings. But RMI partners with EnergyWeb to build sustainable aviation fuel certificate registry as part of an ongoing decarbonization work with Sustainable Aviation Buyers Alliance. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this because it talks about a lot of airplane stuff, and I'm not sure if you guys are, aerospace aficionados. But what I do know is that in the aerospace industry, there's a fuel problem. And because of that, now people are looking to incorporate alternative energy sources, fuel sources for airplanes. And look at that. EnergyWeb is number one when it comes to this. But check this out, right? So you go over to Rocky Mountain Institute's website. The name of this alliance, they call it SABA, S-A-B-A. I'm pretty sure that word has another meaning too, something esoteric. Look at the partners involved with this alliance, ladies and gentlemen. And we were talking about them just a second ago. And as soon as there it is, Bank of America, Meta, JP Morgan, Boeing, Salesforce, Netflix, Microsoft, Deloitte, with technology support from EnergyWeb Foundation. And then here's an article too that once you go to the site, you can read for yourself. It talks about how the United States is getting ready to mobilize in that direction, largely due to what was sent down from the infrastructure bill. What else do you need to see? What else do you need to see, ladies and gentlemen? Look, the question that was proposed in the beginning was, what does EnergyWeb do? How is it valuable? Why should I put money into it? Well, if you believe that the powers that be are going to continue to push this energy agenda, then if you're looking to get into crypto to make money, the 100% honest answer to that is to invest in the projects that have industrial use cases. EnergyWeb has industrial use cases. Okay. I'm gonna leave you with this. I sent out a tweet this morning. You can follow me at Wade Twitter on at Wade Teamer on Twitter. Interesting. I said out this tweet. Basically, we're gonna see one more shakeup, and I think it's gonna happen in the first 6 months of 2023. Tether's got to go. Okay, not permanently, but Tether's got to be moved around because there's no face of the company. There's no office they can go to. There's nobody they can blame in the event of a Tether collapse, but they need to bring down Tether in order to institute the brand new payment system. Tether ties crypto to the last decade. USDC, BUSD, and maybe USDD on the Tron network is attempting to tie crypto to the next generation. On this channel, that's what I'm going to show you. With that, if you found value in this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And it's important that you hit that notification bell because YouTube has an issue with sending videos out to people. Also, don't forget to check out your DHN Crypto Journal for 2023. The link to that will be in the description. And we do have a winner for our giveaway that will be announced later this week. But if you missed out on your chance to be a part of that giveaway, you can always pick up a crypto hardware wallet thanks to SafePal. It's the top link in the description. You really need to focus on a hardware wallet, okay? Headlines are already coming out stating that now everybody is starting to look into hardware wallets. Well, I have that solution for you. To all my digital hustlers worldwide, have a great day, have a prosperous day. And most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.